My beer's not flat. That's cool. It had a bunch of head when I poured it.
Nice.
I assumed it was gonna be dead.
That head.
And we're live.
We're live. We're playing.
Yep.
Oh, cool.
Oh, I'm gonna grab your start. Sorry.
Oh wow!
Turns out
What
we're not playing
in the
fans.
world,
All
Tony?
1 million
Everything
viewers we have right now.
Ruined.
He literally waited till the
Got
worst
five.
possible
You
time.
ruined my birthday.
We've been sitting around for 10 minutes. He waits for it to start. I gotta get a beer.
You ruined my birthday 4 months early. Bastards.
Happy birthday.
Almost.
Do you guys see the little downtime thing popped up on your screen?
No, I was
Yes.
busy reading.
Cool. We're not quite there yet. We're gonna do a little talky recap. I'm done with the made ones. That's too much work. But then we'll get into downtime. Learn about that. Also talk about a retcon I thought about in house rule.
I don't like it. I already don't like it.
Oh, funny. Now I need a bail for a second.
Oh, funny. Yeah. You don't like it, Chucky?
Probably.
You might like it.
I like it like that.
I like it a lot.
She working that back.
I don't like what I'm hearing there.
Come on.
Come on.
Some classic hip hop.
You don't like music, dude?
Yeah.
Like it.
You don't like perfectly in tone singing.
Ah! Did you guys hear that?
I
Yes, I did.
Thick. Frick yeah. I fixed it.
Yeah, James.
Nice.
You make noise besides just a light talking.
Cool. I'm just be screaming and waking up my children all
Gonna-
night long now.
Yep. Now my
It was
family's
pretty
gonna hate me.
anticlimactic a couple times.
Dude, it was definitely a little immersion breaking, I will say.
I've listened back to it twice now just to be fully prepared for this session. It's really funny. I'll just be like, and he's like, like what?
Exactly.
got a little bit.
Nice.
Little bit
Firebomb Chucky in the background.
Scary. Spooky. I should do that too, so then there's not this TV in the background. How are you doing that? In the website?
He's got a green
I'm-
screen.
I'm using the green.
Oh. Nice.
Oh, my camera's so laggy.
Cool. All right. So is everyone ready? Are we down? Are we ready to rock? Are we going?
I'm ready.
Okay. So last time, the dead goats tried to break into the Silver Star Tattoo or get onto into their boathouse and steal some spark from them to increase their supply.
Hey, I mean, we did steal a thing.
You stole a few vials of spark, so that I was gonna say this was a complete fail, but the more I thought about it, you guys actually did succeed at doing a lot of stuff. Mostly none of it what you intended to do, but
No.
We probably offset what we used to try to
I was
distract the guards.
by just throwing it at people, yeah.
I was gonna ask
Smoking them
too.
up.
Did anyone else not realize that the storage and the tattoo parlor were not two separate buildings?
There was
Yes.
some mild.
I didn't realize that, and I was very confused when you guys started coming towards the back entrance of the tattoo parlor.
Yeah, so the boathouse was on the canal, and then the tattoo parlor itself was a big rectangle like I'm drawing. And this was the storage area, and then it was a hallway with a cube, and then the entrance, which was another cube. So it looked kind of like this, basically. and then the dock would have been back here. That was what I pictured in my head, and I kind of drew it on the screen next to you guys, but anywho,
And I
so
had
you
some
guys,
I was confused about, like, I got confused about, like, the rule, basically, how the game works, basically.
Yeah.
In my own head.
read a book, huh? Just kidding. Anywho, you guys tried to break in and get some spark. Chucky stole a couple, tried to poison it after that instead of just taking the whole supply. Could have had a whole
I
container
know,
of
I
spark.
thought about that too. I'm
And-
like, man.
Yeah, just like, I'll take a few and then try to poison it. You didn't poison it, you failed. Could have maybe resisted and tried again or whatever. Didn't do that, so you guys snuck around the outside of the boathouse to avoid detection, and then you guys ran inside while all the while you guys were doing that, Leo smoked a couple guards out outside with some spark. Coil pretended to get a tattoo. Koa incited a fight inside, got the guards on notice. They got kind of annoyed, threw some sailors out. Little Leo tried to keep him out there, didn't work. Everything went to hell. Coil pulled a knife out, summoned a ghost. It possessed a red sash. They started killing people. I told you guys that was bad news because when you kill people, the spirit wardens get summoned by these magical arcane spirit bells.
Sorry.
And so beyond that, you guys also got the place raided by the Bluecoats for making so much noise and creating so much havoc around the building.
Thanks a lot, Tony.
I said within the lore that the Bluecoats know that they were selling spark out of there, but the Leviathan hunters, for whatever reason, told them to stay out. But since you guys made so much noise, it gave them an opening. There was a ghost in there and people dying, so they went in. Coil sicked Nerix, who had taken over Red Sash, at two of them, got chased out of the back of the building. While that was happening, Chucky threw a firebomb. It's called fire oil, we've learned now. Basically, it's a vial of this volatile liquid, and when it hits something, it explodes into basically napalm, is how it's described. And he was about to whip it at some crates. The leader of the Red Sashes, Mylara Clev, she's a bad girl. She's a tier 2 character, much more doper than you guys. She shot the vial as he was about to throw it and lit him on fire. This is where I want to talk about the retcon. So, he took almost a level 3 harm and reduced it with a resistance roll to level 2. But I want to say this. So, you know, a resistance roll starts off as 6 stress. If you roll 6, you take 0. Then beyond that, it's however many you get. But I want to say a 1, 2, a 3 reduces the effect by 1 level. A 4 to 5 by 2, and a 6 by 3 levels. So he would have taken no harm there, or a minor harm, whatever you guys think is fair.
Oh, harm.
He rolled a 6, and that's why
No
I'm
harm.
saying it, because
No changes. That's my vote.
no changes. So no house rule. You just always take 1 less.
Oh, this goes on for
No,
forever.
I don't care.
It's not
Yeah.
just me. Think about that, guys.
I'm down either way.
I think it would make sense because you're trying to avoid stress, and if you took 0 stress, it, in my mind, remains hard to think that he took 0 stress getting lit on fire. His face. That sounds stressful.
Oh yeah, you would take stress. It didn't reduce the damage at all. That's.
It reduced
Yeah,
the
but-
damage by 1 level. Instead of
My
getting
guy
a
might
level
just-
3 harm, he got level 2.
My guy might
Okay.
have just been like manic enough or like had enough of a break there that it didn't cause him stress. And just like, no, this is part of life for me.
All right, if that's how you
Sometimes-
guys want to play it, no house rule. I'm cool.
No, I mean I don't care either way. I was just being devil's advocate.
I was also just joking when I said it.
No, we are going to play it that way because I feel really bad giving you a level 2 harm in the first one and you taking -1 B to start off because you have to heal that. So you pretty much spend your actually you would spend 2 people's entire downtime.
And I roll a crit.
So I'm gonna say you take 0 harm there. You dodged out of the way, and I think that's more fun
It
because
made me ugly.
you're already ugly.
I mean,
It was the
uglier.
first time, so
Yeah.
you being a little lenient is cool.
But in my mind, when he threw that firebomb, it burst in the air over his head, and he did this like crazy like coat flourish and was just way over the top
Yeah.
agile for
And
being
then,
a little
like-
penguin man and just dodged out of the way.
Like in like a supervillain thing, like a little bit of it trailed
Yeah.
off my coat across my face.
There you go.
So
He
it,
just got a little, like-
it was enough to like cosmetic damage, but
Like the actual penguin.
Perfect.
what do you mean
Alright,
actual? That's me.
So now that we've done all that,
Have you been watching the original Batman to try to like take notes and stuff?
Yeah.
For Batman Returns?
Well, you fucking should be.
You guys are kind of shitting all over my my plans for the future.
I'm going to read some of the book here to you guys. So we're going into downtime. After the crew finishes a score, succeed or fail, they take time to recover, regroup, and prepare for the next operation. This phase of the game is called downtime. Downtime fulfills 2 purposes. First, it's a break for the players during the action of the score. The PCs are always under threat, charging from obstacle to obstacle in a high-energy sequence. Downtime gives them a reprieve, so they can catch their breath and relax a bit. Second, the shift into a new phase of the game signals a shift in which mechanics are needed. There are special rules that are only used during downtime phase, so they're kept out of the way during the other parts of play. Downtime is divided into 4 parts. Payoff. The crew receives their rewards for successfully completing a score. I would say this was incredibly unsuccessful, but I'm going to give you 1 coin for the amount of spark that Chucky made out with, as just like you guys had enough to sell for the week to get through and like.
Welcome.
Thanks.
I almost considered this a fail where you don't get any rep, but I think what
that
you
would've
did
been
was
bullshit.
well worth reputation, whether it's good or bad. So how this works when you get reputation,
A little notoriety.
little notoriety, take stock of how your crew's reputation. So every score you get 2 rep regardless. You get +1 rep for tier higher. The red sashes are tier 2. So I'm giving you guys 4 rep. You get your 1 coin. Heat. Your crew takes heat depending on how high profile the operation was. So your options are smooth and quiet, low exposure,
Killing was
Contained.
involved.
standard exposure, loud and chaotic, high exposure, wild, devastating exposure. I'm teetering between wild and loud and chaotic, but I'm going to go with high exposure. So that puts you at 4 heat to start with. This wasn't a high profile or well-connected target, so you don't get extra heat there. Wasn't hostile turf, so that's 1. You're not at war. Killing was involved. That puts you up to there. You guys also, I told you, for one of your things, got extra heat. And so what this kind of looks like is the blue coats, they were in the building, and after everything died down, one of them comes and they find this nice, luxurious Taikarosi made coat sitting in the corner of the room. And they pick it up and they're wondering where this came from. And they kind of like sling it over their shoulder and they keep it. And maybe someone knows where that comes from, that design, or maybe they saw someone wearing it. We don't know just yet. So you guys got 8 heat. When your heat reaches 9, you gain a wanted level and clear any heat. So starting off, first score, you guys drew yourself 8 heat.
Yeah.
Is that a lot?
That's a lot. 9
New
gets
record.
you a
Yeah,
wanted
we're 1
level.
point away now.
New PB.
Between
Yeah.
scores, your
Pretty
past
much
comes.
we can't
go
do
ahead.
anything. No. Never mind. Sorry. Go ahead.
So now we do the entanglement roll. Between scores, your past comes calling in the form of an entanglement. Roll to find out what your crew faces.
We're gonna get in the gang war, boys. Let's go.
Entangle these. What?
Flip
So-
or interrogation. What's that mean?
Flipped or interrogation. So that means that one of your people that works for you or is a contact of yours gets flipped to a rival crew, or someone gets brought in for interrogation. And so I have a pretty good idea of what happens meta-wise. So, Coil kept saying to Nerix, you gotta get out of here once this is done. You gotta get out. You gotta get out. Nerix will come back to inside of the tattoo shop, and we just hear men like screaming and groaning, and what we see as we zoom in is this red sash on top of a blue coat, just like raking it with its hands and biting this blue coat's neck and like ripping at him. Just this human is doing this to another one. There's another blue coat on the floor that had just been tackled by this thing, and this blue coat pulls a pistol out and just pops this red sash in the head. We see like the red sash just go, and this spirit comes flying out of his mouth, and it's this little boy wearing like a Victorian era paperboy outfit. He's got like suspenders, little trousers, and this paperboy hat, and it just comes flying out the door.
Like a newsie?
Yeah, with an Uzi. Is that what you
No, I
said?
said like a newsie.
Boy.
Anyway, yeah. I don't know who Newsy is, but I thought you said with an
Never seen the
Uzi.
movie The Newsies? Okay, never mind.
But anyway, Nerix comes flying out the door, and in the distance we hear whistling. It's just someone whistling a tune. My lips are too dry to whistle well. But anyway, Nerix
I thought it was Mike.
flies. Nope, just can't whistle right now. He flies down an alley, and nope, can't. Whistling from down the alley, then a crackle of electricity. The spirit of Nerix stops in front of a paunch-bellied man wearing a brown tweed coat. It's just a little too tight. It looks like the buttons might pop up at any time. And as it like goes up him, he's wearing this masquerade mask, but it's got these long, hairy black spider legs that extend to the back and wrap around his head. And he's got this big pole in his arm. It's got this electrical component on it, and this length of wire wrapped in a loop that's electrified. And he just kind of starts laughing, and he just lashes out. And before Nerix can get out of the way, this loop goes around Nerix's neck, and he pulls it, and it kind of cinches to Nerix. And he slowly drags Nerix down to the ground, and there's this little glass bottle with copper wire wrapped around it, and this little top that's flipped off, and he pulls Nerix into this bottle, and the lid just goes with all these little clockwork configurations and goes shut. It's like this Ghostbuster contraption, and he just starts whistling again and pops Nerix into a bag that he has, and not so much flipped or interrogation yet, but you've lost Nerix as a contact for right now. And Will, you would know that this was Flint the Spirit Trafficker.
Sweet.
Your ghost just got busted, Coil.
We had to break your ghost out.
Flint, Ghost Trafficker.
All right.
I am afraid.
People are willing to buy those things?
Yeah, people make essences out of them that give them more vitality. They play with them. They keep them as pets. There's groups in the city. There's ghosts called the Reconciled that have managed to keep their wits about them for hundreds of years, and they like exist as this secret society within, and they, try to help liberate ghosts and things. There's this whole underbelly revolution of ghosts that exist within the city that aren't, these ravenous beasts that are trying to just kill people and cause harm.
Okay.
So now we go to your downtime. Downtime, there are
Activities.
Activities you can do. So that starts off
Interesting.
with acquiring assets, recovering to heal harm. You can train. You can start a long-term project, spend time reducing heat, or indulge in a vice to reduce your stress.
We all get to pick our own.
Two apiece. You can spend a coin to. Actually, we should go over experience for your characters before we get into that. Now that I think about it, and the crew. Forgot about that. So, we'll go with just down the line. We'll start with Hound. In
That's
progression, at the end of each session, for each item below, mark 1 experience or 2 experience if the item occurred multiple times. You addressed a challenge with tracking or violence.
Violence.
You did unintentionally shove someone into the waters, and we'll kind of flash to that as you guys are paddling down in your gondola back to safety. There's blue coats chasing you, or red sashes chasing you, and some blue coats coming behind them. And you see this one red sash like in this black inky darkness, and these ethereal hands like grab him by his face and just pull him under. So you did address it with violence, so you get 1 experience. You express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. I listened to the episode twice, and I don't know if you ever really expressed much of anything like that.
Nope.
But, you struggled with issues from your vice or traumas during the session. But you don't
I did
have
not
any
gamble.
traumas. You didn't gamble, so no. So you get 1 experience you can add either to your playbook or to one of the 3 skill blocks. They're insight, prowess, or resolve. So you can tag one of them. Playbook experience, when you fill that up, you get a new special ability, and then the other ones you get a dot and a skill related to it. Oops.
So I can plus 1 to any one of these things.
Any one of those things. Whether you want to work on your playbook itself, or you want to maybe add 1 to prowess so you can get another dot in there when you get 3 more. Whatever it is.
Prowl.
Wait, are you adding a dot straight to prowl?
Or do I add a thing like this?
Like that. Yep, there you go.
Oh, okay. I see.
And then
what
once
you're saying.
that fills up, then you get to add a dot to anything.
Okay.
in there.
All right. Makes sense. So I just get 1.
Just that's
Wah,
kind of that's why like when you're playing your character, you want to make
Need to
sure
role
you're
play
really
and stuff.
RPing towards their beliefs and stuff. So that brings us to Lil Leo, who I think probably gets the most experience out of anyone. You adjust a challenge with calculation or conspiracy. You twice used your special ability to make things happen. I'm going to give you 1 experience for that, because you didn't like use any underground contacts and flashbacks, or I don't know. You handed out the
One
pamphlet.
flashbook. One
You handed
flashbook
out the
for Derek.
pamphlet, and I guess you used conspiracy because you said that this place was haunted by a ghost that caused. So I 2 for
They
that.
used a flashbook back to tell Nirx to meet me here.
We're on Lil Leo right now, homeboy.
Oh, I thought you said me. Sorry.
Lil Leo.
No, you're
Uh,
good.
But you did use calculation. You gave that pamphlet from Freddy to Coil to help him get you guys into the parlor. And you used conspiracy in the fact that you said there was a evil spirit within the building or around the area that was going after people. Express your beliefs, drives, or heritage. I believe that you did 1 time, so that's worth an experience.
I kind of forced it in there trying to get an experience point, though. Is that cheating?
You mentioned it, and it made sense in the context. It wasn't like
Yeah.
I didn't realize that
Well,
that's
like,
what
this
you're
is
doing. Good on you
I'm
for
like,
doing
this is
it. I mean,
This is the perfect opportunity. I'm like, yeah.
you struggled with your issues from your vice or trauma. You definitely did that. You smoked a bunch of spark with people so much so that you got super stoned and weren't able to do any prowess-based rolls.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say 5 XP for you.
Hey.
Yay.
Coil the Whisper. You addressed a challenge with knowledge or arcane power. Sure did. You called Nyrix. That would be 1. You expressed your beliefs, drive, or heritage.
I don't know if I did that one.
I don't know if you did that.
I mean, I really wanted the Leviathan Hunter tattoo.
Tony doesn't even got any beliefs. Do any of you guys, or can I just not see yours?
No, but he talked about his heritage of being a Scotlander and saying that he belongs there as much as everyone, and everyone's an
Immigrant.
immigrant and stuff like that. So he definitely made mention to it. You struggled with issues from your vice or traumas during the session. I would say once again, not really, because you didn't.
My vice
Other
is ghost. I don't know.
Yeah, but you didn't talk about being rode by ghosts or hanging out at the cool bar you're at.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, being addicted to Spark makes it much easier to get that,
Right.
because you can just like pull it out and be like, hold on, I need to rip a fatty quick. And we'll go to
so easy being addicted to Spark.
Yep.
It's a party drug.
so we'll
It's
go into
always a
Koa
good
now.
time.
You addressed a challenge with deception or influence. That was pretty much the only thing you used the entire time. You prowled a
Yeah.
little bit, but I'm going to give you 2 for that. You used your influence to get a pirate to, or a sailor to pick a fight with a person who had said nothing to him. You tried to use deception multiple times. You talked a couple hostile enemies into running out of the place because there's an evil ghost coming after them with help from Lil Leo. So I think that's worth 2. You expressed your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. I don't think you really did that. And you... I don't know if taking off your coat is really struggling with an issue from your vice or anything. You'll probably be struggling after the fact because you threw your fancy coat off that you're not getting back anytime soon.
Mhm.
But I'm gonna say 2 experience for you. Chucky, you addressed a challenge with technical skill and mayhem. You certainly tried, and you did succeed well one time when you threw a pop grenade and a bunch of your drugs to try to distract guards with. So I'll give you 2 there. You expressed your beliefs, you also tried to start a place on fire. You express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. You spoke about believing in like chaos and that kind of stuff, so that's definitely a drive and belief of yours.
And my goat.
And your goat. You talked about your goat. You struggled with issues from your vice or trauma during the session? I don't think so. You used
Not really.
you used stuff that is your vice, but you didn't struggle with it. So I'm gonna say 3 experience for you there.
Too early in my art from struggle with it. Gotta build up.
Yeah.
What can you
Yeah.
add experience to again? Just the
Uh,
red, the blue.
Wait,
Anything with that experience.
How much experience
What about
do I get?
what about special abilities?
3. Special abilities you get if you fill up your playbook tracker. So
Oh.
if you go to your progression thing, it shows you where you can put that experience rather than being in the play tab. So if you got 5 experience, you could put 5 into your playbook, or you could put 2. Oh wait, I'm on Chucky right now, I think.
No.
Okay, gotcha. I could put. Let's say I could do 4 into resolve and get a point in it.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay.
And how many points do you say I got?
2?
2?
Or was it 1?
You said 2, I'm pretty sure.
Alright,
And I
Talk
get
me into it.
3.
3. Cricket only got 1, poor Cricket. But I think Cricket did a few desperate actions, so he got, or not, yeah. He got a little bit more than that. Got 3 experience that score. All right, so now we go to actual downtime, and so the scene is you guys clearing out. Koa pulled Coil behind a bunch of crates as the Bluecoats followed him out. The Bluecoats looked left and right. They see some red sashes running towards a gondola, and they start chasing those red sashes down. I'm gonna make a fortune roll real quick. I forgot about this. So this roll is to determine things that happen kind of outside of what you guys are doing. The only rolls I really do. There were 11 red sashes in this building, and it's a gang of about 20. You guys killed 3 of them.
Whoa,
So,
guys.
so that leaves 8. Let's see, what did I come up with for my idea of how this would go? So 1 through 3, 6 get pinched by the Bluecoats. 4 through 5, 4 do, and 6 only 2 do. Here we go. 4. So half of them get nabbed by the Bluecoats as they raid the place. We see them get grabbed, and they're like, "Oh, fuck you, this was all the dead goats that did this." We see Mylara Clev in her hideout, or not in her hideout, but in the warehouse, and one of the people before the Bluecoats bust in pull a crate, and there's this like trap door that opens up to this little ladder that goes down into a hidden canal area with a boat down there, and she climbs down and disappears and pulls the hatch down, and it gets slid back. So the leader of the Red Sashes made it out along with another one of her flunkies, and a couple others made it on feet. The one that was chasing Lil Leo down the street, and another one just happened to escape. And as this is happening, we hear bells ringing and flapping of wings, and it like pans up to the sky, and we see these bronze masked men with these like steampunk wings flying around and hovering down towards the ground where dead bodies are. And you see them grab them up and pick them and fly back into the sky and disappear with them. And you guys kind of float off down the canal, run. Koa and Coil take off running on foot, and you guys all end up meeting up back at your hideout.
How's that place again?
It's
Don't
way
worry,
down
I'll trap you
here.
guys all there.
Oh, whoa, he's got the power.
So you guys are all just teeny tiny in here now.
Like it.
Our place is just for giants, dude.
You guys can have like a little free play to go over what happens, and then we'll get into the actual downtime stuff.
Coil's huge.
What do you guys see right now?
I'm normal.
The hideout? Do you not see it?
Nope.
Oh.
It says you're in here.
I
Shows
see
you in
you.
here. You're
gonna
sitting behind a
refresh.
glass case. Maybe refresh your tab quick.
Okay.
I wanna see
Well,
4 people.
might as well grab a beer.
Got any beer?
Yeah,
One on the floor.
down here.
You can grab it.
So that didn't go too well for us, did it?
Oh, I almost forgot I'm going to do my voice today for my guy.
Haven't decided
Yeah, what?
on yet.
I like that one. What in the hell happened back there?
How do you drop items again?
X.
To be honest, I'm not quite sure. I got stuck outside and I was trying to distract the guards, and it all fell apart, and then mayhem broke out.
Oh, so it was your fault.
You look high as fuck.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Well, the guards looked like they were already reacting to commotion.
Well, it's probably the commotion you were causing.
You're on the smoking
I was
goddamn
smoking
spark in the
drugs.
middle of
I was
fucking.
smoking sparks with the.
I don't know.
Oh,
Everything
yeah,
was
that
going
wasn't
fine
doing
inside.
anything.
And all of a sudden, a bunch of guards rushed in.
Yeah, speak up, little man.
That's not what happened. Somebody got murdered.
Well,
And
the
there's a
murder
fight that
happened.
broke
The
off.
murder happened afterwards. I still have a gun attached to my pants. 1 second.
Yeah, the fight didn't. Nobody got murdered till they came inside.
Nah, that's.
All I know about the murder is I was done it. For
Did you?
once.
You
Yeah.
called the ghost in way before the blue coats went in.
Someone
No, I
called
called him in.
Ghost in.
Oh
When
no,
they
you,
blue
de- you,
coached
d- I mean, unless you're actively lying to him, you definitely pulled him in when the Red Sashes found out who you were, and instead of trying to talk him down, you just like, I summon a ghost. Pull out my
Yeah, I
knife.
was just trying to scare him.
You know,
The knife
they
was
were
later.
they were probably pretty scared by the end of it.
Well, I mean, some of them were dead.
I was like, the first guy just got stabbed. I'm like,
So that's what brought him in.
Yeah, they figured us out.
At the very beginning of the score, you guys saw a hooded figure walk up to him and like straight up give you guys away.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder who that guy
There was
was.
a
Saw
narc.
that.
We should figure out who that was.
Somebody
Oh,
tipped
wow.
him off to us being there.
I should have known this was gonna happen. Last time I let any of you take the lead on one of these, you're gonna end up getting me killed.
Says the guy that almost killed himself.
Weren't you the one throwing fire bombs and shit everywhere?
Self-defense, practically.
Yeah, me too. I mean,
After what you guys put me through, I didn't sign up for this.
Then what did you sign up for?
Making
This
at
was our
least a
first
profit and not getting
our-
scarred.
This is our first score.
Yeah, you know, this is a risky business. You
Okay,
should have
and
known
I'll-
about this.
wait. What happened inside the building? If you guys wouldn't mind enlightening me, I'm curious as to what happened.
well, I got confronted. Called a ghost to try to scare them. Just made them attack, so I cut one into my ghost possessed one. He started killing them.
Oh dear God.
Yeah, and then I went in the back and ran into these two trying to break into the room. They were trying to pick an unlocked door.
It was going just fine until all the ruckus out front.
You would just tell everyone about all the negatives of our side. What were you doing running around all by yourself anyway without a coat on?
I was trying to find out more about their plans and such, but there's too much going on and everyone was on too high of alert.
Well, we done stirred up a hornet's nest.
Well, how much shit do you think?
We got 'em right and pissed.
How much shit
Yep.
That's, I know. He was saying that the whole right over.
What are you saying, Leo?
How much of a sticky wicket do you think we're in? Should we just try to lie low here? Or should we...
I'd say 5.
I think it's a pretty sticky wicket.
We'll try and burn down some meat.
Stickiest of the wickets. Alright.
Playing for our next score.
All right,
So
so
we
it
gotta
looks
get
like,
some money.
It's gonna have to be twice as big.
I
to
actually
make
think
up
I might
for
spend
this.
some time here trying... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Alright. Aye. Good idea.
all right, now we'll get into downtime activities. Looks like Cricket's already got a couple picked out, so we'll just go through his. You want to reduce heat to start off, is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Take some heat
Um,
off the boys.
Say what your character does to reduce the heat level of the crew, and make an action roll. You maybe consort with a friend who's a blue coat. She arranges for a few incriminating watch reports to disappear. Maybe you command the fear of local citizens, so they're afraid to snitch, etc. You know, whatever you can think of. Those are just a couple options right out of the book.
Yeah, I'll say that. Yeah, I'll try and talk to. Well, let's see. Does it take ability rolls depending on what I choose?
Yep. Yeah. So definitely choose something that goes, to your strengths, and you can be as creative as you want depending on what you do.
Clumsy
Well, I don't have any.
over role playing that make the away roll over people up on like
Oh, no,
that scene.
no, just didn't think about it. So, Cricket, you're trying to reduce heat. What is it you think you want to do? Sky's the limit.
I'm definitely want to talk to someone I know who knows a blue coat and see if they can't maybe kind of smooth things over from our last little escapades we just pulled.
All right. What? How are you going to resolve this with an action roll? Who are you going to talk to? Those are the questions.
Well, I guess you know what I'll do is I'll try to consort with connections from my past to get gain access to resources, information, people, or places.
Gosh.
So with that, I can use it to try to initiate contact with the blue coat guy and smooth things over, right?
Sure. You're going to go up to a random blue coat on the street and try to talk to him?
Well, it's friends or rivals.
Just go up to a random beat cop and be like, "Hey,
As of
those
right now,
goats are
your
innocent."
rival is Steiner. He's an assassin, or Costa, a bounty hunter who is your friend.
Does Casa have any ability to help me out here?
And
Just said he's a
whatever.
seasoned bounty hunter with a reputation for cunning and efficiency. I would assume he would have some blue coat buddies.
All right, you want to try to talk him into acting on your behalf?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you consort with him, which isn't in your favor because you have no pips in that, so you take the worst of two rolls.
I mean,
But
all of my ones I could do for this are pretty
yeah,
bad.
you just got to think outside the box, dear Watson. But anywho, this is your choice as of right now. 1 through 3 is 1 heat. 4 through 5 is 2. 6 is 3. A critical is 5, which is impossible at the moment. So 3. So you guys are down 1 heat. Wait, you know what we didn't do either? Crew experience. Good golly. Where do you mark your heat? Oh, there it is. So you guys are down 1. Let's go over crew experience real quick. Sorry, guys.
What
At
did
the
we
end of each session,
experience?
for each item below, mark 1 experience. Or 2 if it occurred multiple times. Acquire products, supply, execute clandestine covert sales, or secure new territory. You guys definitely get an experience for that. Contend with a challenge above your current station. Definitely one for that. Bolster your crew's reputation or develop a new one. I would say that was pretty daring. So that's another. Express the goals, drives, inner conflicts, or essential nature of your crew. I'd say that you get all the experience.
All of it.
Damn.
And
Okay.
I'm going to give you 2 for bolstering your crew's reputation. So you guys get 5 experience as a crew. And that just all goes into your crew experience. When your crew experience gets maxed out, if you have enough coin, you can increase your... Oh, no, that's rep. you get a new crew ability, or can get a cohort, which is like a small gang that works for you, or a specialist.
Right.
So
want the
I will
small
mark
gang.
your
That
your
sounds
5
cool.
experience. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You guys are halfway there already. So you guys got your heat down 1. That's still pretty darn high.
Where do I see this stuff?
In the crew sheet. So if you go to the crew tab where it says the dead goats, you go over to the side, open crew, and then go to abilities.
Mm,
It'll show. Actually, crew experience is up at the top of the main tab too, but on the abilities tab is where it shows how you get experience and your special abilities and whatnot.
There's the open crew sheet there, Al. You saw that?
I got it. Yeah.
One more thing I'm going to do is put you guys at an immediate -2 with the red sashes because
Why?
you murdered one quarter of their gang and then got another quarter of the gang incarcerated. And lost them 20 crates of spark. It was a pretty massive blow to them.
Yeah.
So, with the clocks as well, we're going to highlight this one quick. Destroy the lamp blacks. Oh, stuff is happening. And we're going to mark that 3 times, or destroy the red sashes. That's the goal of the lamp backs, one of the crews that you guys are at a -1 with right now. They want control of the Crow's Foot district, and it's them, the red sashes, and the crows that are in there. And you guys help them along nicely. And we're going to give them 1 to the tab of become ward bosses of Crow's Foot. So outside of everything you guys do, you guys are going to affect the way that the city changes and evolves. Cricket, you want to train? What do you want to train in?
Oh, sorry. Um. Oh, in the XP track. Oh, I see. Let me see.
You
When you
probably wanna
spend
do your-
time in training, mark
your
1 XP on the XP track for an attribute on your playbook advancement. If you have an appropriate crew training upgrade, mark +1.
You probably want to do prowess, right, Al?
Yeah. I added it to prowess already.
Oh, I can roll it in there.
I think you have to roll though.
Oh. Neighbor man. Beep. Okay. Um.
Can I give a stress to help on this?
He doesn't have to roll to train. It's just an automatic 1 experience.
Oh.
What does your training look like? What are you training to try to be better at?
Let me remember what prowess is.
Probably
Browse is like
montage,
sneaky and stuff. Yeah, we need a montage of you doing something for sure.
Yeah, I'll be like I'll set up like a bunch, like a little parkour course, and be like jumping and dodging through it, and pretending to like climb up walls, in Assassin's Creed style stuff.
Nice. All right. So Lil Leo, you want to reduce heat? How do you go about this? You are a spider and probably have a network of contacts. You probably have ins and outs. I'm gonna say you have a little bit more wiggle room. Dang, you got some serious skills going on.
I'm going to try to spread rumors that the red sashes were the instigators of this whole mess, and we were just defending ourselves, and now they're trying to pin it on us. So,
All right.
was that reduce heat, or is that police, specifically police stuff?
Who do you talk to do this?
Anybody who comes into this establishment that we're in the basement of? I'll just sit up there and kind of bitch about it.
Okay. Sure. Let's see. So you just want to consort with like people drunkenly. Maybe there's a off-duty blue coat at the table or something along those lines, and you're pretty aware of it.
Yeah, or a blue coat who buys stuff from us.
Yeah, that's very possible too. All right, so consort or sway, whichever one you choose. Did you put your experience straight into your stat points, or did you?
Yeah, should I not have?
No, it goes into the tracker above. You know how there's the little
Gotcha. That's why I was
blades?
like, dude, this seems
Yeah.
pretty OP. All right.
Yeah, no, you gotta upgrade them by getting 6 experience, and then you get a single one. I was like, oh, that's crazy. Your guy's so good.
Yeah, I know. It's like,
Wait,
oh
so
man,
where
I'm
does
getting
it
pretty
go?
decked
Where does
out.
the
Okay,
XP
so
In the little blades above the skills.
Those little white, like half-filled bars.
okay, so now it's full. What do I do? Roll?
Now it's full, and you can put a single stat in there and then reset it.
I don't think mine's right.
Oh, Roger. Sway. Now reset and add 1. Got it.
Nope, no add one.
Oh, I still get 1 point.
Oh, well
Hanging
then
out.
put
But
one.
I'll put that in
okay,
blue.
there you go.
James, did you put these marks in my prowess or accident?
It does it for you.
That's for desperate actions. You get experience for desperate actions in whatever skill you
cool.
do it in.
So I got a
Roll
bunch
the
like
dice.
resolve and insight
So I get a
experience.
little-
Could I have picked a special ability instead of a point?
No.
You did your
it's
playbook.
there's a separate XP for playbook. If you
Oh wow. So this is I thought they were all related.
Nope.
That's
So yeah,
cool.
so when it says when you do a desperate action, that directly addresses the skill that you use, or not the skill so much as the category. It's an insight, prowess, resolve. So if you do a
Gotcha.
desperate prowl, it'll go to your prowess. When you fill up
Sorry.
prowess, you can add to prowl, whatever's in there, etc. And then playbook experience is just at the end of the session or the end of the score, you get experience, and you can put that either into your playbook or into the other things like you're doing. It's either or there. But
Okay.
actions go directly where
Thank
you
you
use
for
them.
the
Yep.
clarification.
So you're sitting around a table in Portly's Tavern just up front, and you're just talking mad shit about the Red Sashes and saying that you don't know any Red Sashes, never been around there, don't know why this is happening. And you can roll to reduce heat by clicking the little roll box over there, and it should pop up the roller for you. I'll do it.
I don't know why.
Select your action you want to use.
Oh, that's why.
It's magic.
And this is controlled for standard effect. So you got a mixed success, which is you get 2 heat taken away.
Oh,
So you guys are down to 5.
Cool.
That's not bad. Just got to do a little bit better job next score, and you should be okay with that much heat gone already, but you could do more. You want to start a long-term project. That's exciting. I like that. What's your long-term project?
I would like to establish more contacts for our gang.
Okay. I think that would actually be acquire an asset, which is
Oh. Well. Okay.
you can do
Well,
research on an
it's
arcane
all-
ritual, investigate a mystery, establish someone's trust, courting a new friend or contact, changing your character's vice, and so on.
and then so acquire an asset is 1 special item or set of common items, a cohort or an expert, a gang, a vehicle, a service, transport from a smuggler or driver. So I guess maybe a long-term project is the one if you want to like establish a network long-term.
Yeah.
How in like what kind of
Establishing
contacts do you
someone's
want to?
trust, though, right? Courting a new friend or contact.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I think that would work. But what Where do you want the network to be? What are you looking for exactly?
I'm gonna try to hang that same guard that I just reduced the heat with. I'm gonna try to
get friends.
become like my smoke buddy with, so I can get
Okay,
him
good.
and in the police force.
Nice. Get a in. So I think you can create your own long-term project. Maybe. I think if you go to your character sheet, go to the play tab, maybe. No. There we are. Progression. You go down and long-term project. Add to list.
Oh, perfect. New player clock.
Oops. Yeah, and then I think you can just highlight and type whatever you want to call it in there, like acquire in with the blue coats or whatever, acquire blue coat friend, whatever you want to call it.
Great idea.
So this will be a 6-segment clock, which is weird because it only goes to 4 when you do that. That's odd. But anywho, we'll just track it. Once you get to 4, we'll take 2 off and then do it again. So 6 segments. So you keep hanging out with that guy at Travin's smoke shop and at Portly's speakeasy, and you just keep smoking them up with the good spark and giving them little bits on the side. So now you need to use there you go your sway to get them to like you. That is 2 segments of your clock filled up, so you're 1/3 of the way there. What do you say to him while you're trying to smoking them up and stuff?
Be like talking about how all the other gangs are so violent and not us. We're just all about just selling a good product and keeping everyone happy and making some cash. And
Absolutely, we need more like you in this city. That's for sure. Yeah, I'm just so tired of all the killings and the death around here. I try to keep ghosts out of the cities. It's absurd. These new crews running around just slashing people's throats for no good reason.
well,
Who does that?
yeah, and speaking of that, seeing as like we're so friendly and just like all about the product here, we if anything ever happens, I might need your protection. So maybe you could trade that for cheaper
Drunkenly
product.
messed up nudges. He's like, "Oh, we're not quite there yet, buddy. Maybe someday, though." And you get your 2 segments in your clock. All right, indulge in a vice, Coil. You're gonna get weird. So
Gotta reduce some stress.
we're
Gonna get weird.
I'm gonna travel all you guys there just so you can see, but he's the only person there. Oh, I keep forgetting that I put that extra little. All right, so
Where are we going with this thing?
you go to the Hell's Hovel. It's the Hooded Proprietor's Bar. Whoops, I totally clicked go alone.
This is my purveyor.
1 second, I'm struggling. Trying to use this silly map.
We're learning.
Travel all online. Confirm all travel. There we go. Now stuff's happening. So you go to Hell's Hovel, the Hooded Proprietor. Almost always Nerix is at this bar, hanging out, looking for rides, getting friendly with people. He's a possessor ghost, that's his thing. And you go in there and you don't see Nerix. You see other familiar entities. You see humans that are friendly with the ghosts. You see all walks of life in here. but it's a very like dark atmosphere. Dim electroplasmic lighting. There's these glowing spirits all over. It looks like some might be liquids, some might be vapors, maybe more attuned to electroplasmic creatures to imbibe in. And what do you do when you indulge in your vice?
I am going to find a female companion to lay with.
A ghost?
Mm-hmm. Like this one I'm standing next to.
This one you're standing next to turns towards you, and she's got this like really soft face, but it randomly kind of like breaks away and pulls up and off from her and like gets disfigured and angry looking, and she's just like, what's a soul like you doing in these parts?
Looking for a companion for the night.
Well, this can work one of two ways.
I want you to possess me.
Right?
That's what I want. I want to take you for a ride.
All right.
I need
Do
to
this.
crave the ecstasy of the flesh.
Just don't get in any trouble.
She slowly, gently enters inside of your body.
Enters you.
And it feels like strangely good. You can feel yourself still inside of there, but you also feel her, and you guys kind of like commingle, and then you can feel like your senses slowly fade to the background, and this lady takes over your body. Roll some indulge vice, and so how that works, I guess you can just pull up the dice roller, because then it automatically does it. But what happens is it takes your worst action rating, or what? No, what did I just pull
Because
up?
indulge vice.
It's just vice. It's called in the roll.
Oh.
So it takes your resolve because you only have one total pip in it, and some of you guys it'll choose one that's 0, and it basically is just like whatever you're where you're the weakest mentally, physically. That's why you indulge in your vice, and his resolve's low, so he goes to, and that's what's most affected by it. So you get to roll 1 dice and take. Ouch. Ooh. Cleared 1 stress, and basically what happens is she briefly rides you, and you like walk up to the gates of this manor in 6 Towers, this haunted looking place, and her body just like breaks free. You stunt her out of you, and she's like, I wasn't finished.
Either was I.
And you're just in the middle of 6 Towers. It's cold, dreary, very haunted looking. It's all these old manors and towers that are all crumbling and ruined. It used to be the rich part of the city, but it's since been disbanded mostly to like the middle class wealthy and people that delve in the arcane and things like that, and spirits that want to hide out. But anywho, we'll go on to Koa. You want to indulge in your vice?
Yeah.
What does Koa do to indulge in a vice?
I want to go to the bathhouses, meet with my friend, the Bath King.
The
Shayna.
Bath King. I need to make that map yet. I'm sorry, I didn't make the Bath King map yet.
That's fine. We can theater of the mind it or something.
Yeah. So
I imagine Bath King is kind of like a mattress king, like Dodge King. Like he owns like 2 branches of a bathhouse, like 2 locations. So he thinks he's like the king of the world.
I think you go all the way to Silk Shore to do that. So crisscrossed by dozens of narrow canals, Silk Shore is a district best navigated by gondolas. Many visitors to this red lamp district do. There's brothels, vice dens, food stalls, and exotic shops all perched on the waterside.
Yeah.
And basically you like take maybe you call a gondolier or something to give you a ride over there, and you ride around and you see all these these newer builds, and it's got women dancing in them. You see some that have people just like gluttonously eating food at these stalls. You see just all sorts of vice dens, smoke shops, things like that. Whatever you can imagine. It's just all on the canal's edge, and you can experience anything in this area.
Yeah.
Any form of whatever it is you want. In the ferry stops, the gondola outside of the Bath King. It's just made out of these big cut pieces of like painted gold stone.
Yeah.
It's not even actual gold. It's just painted on there. It's like like you said, more of a franchise. It's not really nice. It's just like slightly upper level relative to where you could be, and you walk in and it's just a sleazy Russian bathhouse. It's just like all this marble and columns and stuff, but you can tell it's all of like really low end make, and there's people coming and going in these robes and towels, and you go in there and get to this large circular pool. You're used to being around this black oily water, and you just dip yourself into this nice warm blue water and just relax, steam. You put a towel on your face and you're sitting there.
Yeah. It's been a stressful day.
It's not letting me roll. Oh, here we go. This is weird. I can't do anything. It says there's no options for characters.
Are you just trying to roll? What are you trying to do?
Yeah, go to the dice roller at the top, click down to Vice, where it's orange.
Should be, is it not set up now?
No,
it's right on my screen.
Oh, perfect. Then just roll it, because on mine it's bugged.
Okay. Insight. Do I have to do insight?
You have to do your lowest thing for your stress. Uh-oh. You made a bad call while you were there. So this was a quick one to get that. If you roll higher than your stress, you overindulge.
Oh, interesting.
When you indulge your vice, you clear some stress. When you overindulge, you clear more stress levels than you had marked. A vice is not a reliable, controllable habit. It's a risk, and one that can drive your character to act against their own best interests. When you overindulge, you make a bad call because of your vice. You can attract trouble, select or roll an additional entanglement, brag about your exploits, +2 heat, become lost, or you're tapped. Your current purveyor cuts you off. I'm going to say you attract trouble. You kind of brag, but maybe you are bragging to the wrong person about this super successful score you just had. So we're going to So questioning. The Bluecoats grab an NPC member of your crew or one of the crew's contacts to question them about your crimes. Who do the Bluecoats think is most vulnerable? Make a fortune roll to see how much they talk. So who do you think would be grabbed by the Bluecoats for questioning?
Who picks?
Who do we even?
I think
It's an
any one of you
NPC,
guys,
isn't it?
any one of you guys can pick. It doesn't have to be one of Koa's, because Koa probably was like, in the bathhouse talking about this successful score to maybe someone friendly with the red sashes. And instead of going directly to the red sashes, he tipped off the blue coats about this. Maybe you were talking about how Jenna gave you guys the job. Our good friend Jenna at the smoke
Yeah.
shop or something.
What? My motherfucking Jenna?
I got a big mouth, dude.
So Jenna, just walking the streets all by herself, gets done with a 15-hour shift at Travern's Smokehouse. Boils on her feet. Just bags under her eyes. She's walking down the street, and a blue coat just comes around the corner and is like, "Hey, miss, you gotta come with me. Come on. We got some questions for you about some friends of yours." She's like, "What? No, I don't know anything." "Yeah, you're coming with us. Sorry, miss." And they bring her into this little crappy interrogation room with like a single electroplasmic light swinging. They got a billy club out. She's sitting in just like a wooden chair in front of a wooden table. They're like, "What do you know about the dead coats? We hear they're a new and upcoming crew that's trying to make their name around here." So how this goes is I can make a fortune roll. 1 to 3, it's 2 heat. 4 to 5, 1 heat. 6 is no heat, or you can pay the blue coats off with 2 coin.
Let's pay him.
That's all the coin you guys have in your coffers.
You repeat the option.
So
1 to 3, 2 heat. 4 to 5, 1 heat. 6, no heat.
oh, that's not bad.
That's
We have
gold.
a half chance of getting 1 or none.
Okay. Well,
I say
2/3
we.
chance.
I say we do it. Well, no,
Take-
because would you say 4 to 5 is 1 and then 6 is none?
Oh,
So, yeah,
I
half
thought
of
it
it-
was my bad. My bad.
Yeah, half of it is 1 or none.
I thought it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. My bad.
Nah.
Take the roll.
Yeah.
Keep the coin.
I'd say take
Let's
the
roll.
All right, here we go.
We need that
Boom,
coin.
look at that.
Oh, look at that.
Hey,
Look at that.
let's go.
Oh!
Look at that.
Jenna is cold
Rock
as
solid.
could be. She's ice cold, rock solid. She's just like, never heard of him. I don't know what you're talking about. And they're not like overly aggressive right now. They're just kind of like trying to scare her, and they're like, "If you're lying to us, we're coming back for you, Jenna. We know where you work, obviously." And she blows them a little kiss as she walks out the door.
Hey.
Let's go,
Jen-
girl.
Jen deserves a fat sack.
Excuse me?
Her forehead.
Of Spark.
I was gonna say
Alright.
chin, but
That makes more sense. All right, so we need to go back to downtime activities, which I messed up a bunch because So just Chucky needs to select activities, or did Koa have one more? Koa had one more.
I gotta reduce heat.
I
yeah.
have one more. Yeah,
Oh, did you not do your second one?
no.
Oh.
The second one's long, like a term project.
Oh, long-term project. You're right. Yeah. What do you want to do for that?
I wanted to check up and try to investigate what happened on Nyrix.
Okay. Yeah, that's a pretty easy one. We'll just start.
I talked to the hood proprietor, see if he's heard anything.
Sure. Yeah. So we'll just start you. Wonder. No, you'll have to do it again. Just start yourself a clock that's like, where's Nyrix or something like that, and it'll just be a 4-piece clock. And then you pick your action you want to roll to try to figure out. So you're talking to the proprietor, which would be probably a sway or something, or
Let me get my playbook open. All right.
whatever you want to roll, and if it makes sense, But
I can start with the surveying the location, noticing he's not here, and then asking the purveyor about it. Or do you want me to do more in depth, like a sway?
I mean, I think it's pretty obvious that it's not
yeah,
there.
you told me I
and
already
then,
noticed. Yeah.
then you're trying to ask
So then be a
questions
con store,
after
wouldn't
that.
it?
Yeah, probably. Just asking general information.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, here we go.
Look at that. That's a pretty good roll. You get, I think it's
Why don't I get the 6 out of the 2?
two segments because you had to take the worst because it was you had
Oh.
0 dice in
Gotcha.
the
Nice roll.
I lucked out having a 5-6.
So two ticks on your 4 clock there. And that brings us back to Koa now. Koa, what is your final one you had set up?
Mine was I want to reduce heat.
Okay.
I want to go to like a sort of more successful neighborhood and find like a bar or something.
So that would
And
be Brightstone. That's like the wealthy district. I mean, the wealthiest is across the bridge, but that's like, that's where like the Lord Governor is and the really, really wealthy elite. But I would say Brightstone's much more easily accessible.
Yeah,
You'd
I'll go-
probably be easier to get into a bar there and not draw attention to yourself.
Yeah, I'll go to somewhere like that, and then I'll go to like someone at the bar and kind of like bide my time a little bit, but then start somewhat of a loud conversation about like those news stories about the dead goats and be like, oh, sure, the dead goats could take on the Red Sabers. They're a pretty tough gang, but what would they gain from punching up against the Red Sabers and burning down their tattoo parlor like that? It wouldn't make any sense. I think the mayor is setting it up. I think he did it, and he killed those people to cover up the fact that his son is hooked on Spark there, doing a bunch of drugs, and there's hookers there, I think, too. I heard. It's all a cover up.
I like it. Yeah, that's perfect. Go ahead.
I assume that's a sway.
Sway.
That sounds
There's
like
hookers
good.
too.
There's hookers too.
Hooker ghosts.
Oh man, that'd be pretty hot.
Mm-hmm. It's like my bar here.
I know. Chick at the hot
Success.
float around.
Ha!
Yeah.
That's a good one.
I like the one at the bottom right table.
Down 3. I lost like
It's got an extra hole. Oh no, yes. Like blood or something.
you guys are down to 2 heat only. You guys really reduced it. So that brings us to Chucky. What's old Chuck doing?
Oh,
She's going.
she's off. Hey there.
Hey there.
Playing
Middle of the
with
fucking
camera
room.
settings. Chuck. So Chuck was thinking about. He feels bad that somehow getting blamed for messing up part of the mission. He feels bad that they're all confused, but so he wants to make everyone feel better. So he wants to try to eat.
It's gonna blow us all.
I mean, you can do that, but you guys are already down to 2 heat, which really isn't that much. I think you're kind of open to do
good to go
whatever you
last.
want at this point. Which you are a leech, so I guess anyone's can be important to go last, but you have things you could do that are good. Didn't take much stress, so that brings you to acquire a asset, long-term project, or train. What is it your crew's gonna try to do after this? I mean, what's your guys' next plan?
I think we should befriend a gang.
I like that.
Is that like a thing though? James, is that a thing we can do? Is that a mission?
Is that a acquire asset you can do?
You should do a
that
score.
or something,
Oh,
Do
Or
a
like-
score.
or you can get a
Expands
card.
our turf.
I
Is that
get
like
it.
a
Yeah, I see, I
score?
see.
You guys can always take a score trying to get more get more turf, or I forget what the name on the sheet is for it, but more turf and stuff. So you could do that. People can offer you jobs. You can go out and try to find jobs like you did before. It's all the same.
Oh,
I'm gonna say that while Lil Leo's been at Portly's up front, a couple, when you're talking to that blue coat and he leaves. Wait, Chucky still needs to do his downtime activities. Just kidding. We'll go back to that. I don't want to keep making you wait. Go ahead. You can figure out what you want to do.
I had things.
what's your specialty, Chuck?
My specialty being the tool.
Oh, that's right.
I have a
Yep.
tool.
So one thing you guys might need in the future is a physiker to help heal you guys off. That would be like acquire an asset. You can get a local street doctor, back alley doctor to try to help you guys. You can hire a gang or maybe a group of dealers. Acquire a new vehicle or temporary service.
I definitely want to get healed off.
I think that close call made me start to think back on if I know it that I used to run with or hear about back in the monster doctor. If I can maybe line us up with like a regular doctor we can get a hold of a physiker that we can get a hold of and trust in case something like this were to happen again. Look at it!
Yeah, somebody addicted to Spark.
All right. How do you go about what?
Ooh, that's a good angle.
We could control.
That's a good angle, yeah. So basically the way most of Chucky's plans work is he almost blacked out on an impromptu bar crawl, and he ended up smoking Spark with some dude in a white jet lab coat. And it was a little bloody, and turns out he's a physiker.
So I'm gonna say, yeah, that sounds good. You're talking to this guy at the bar. You need to come up with a role. How this works mechanically is the asset you acquire is the cruise tier as a base. 1 through 3 is tier -1. 4 through 5 is your tier, so it'd be a 0. 6 is tier +1. A critical is tier +2. You can spend 2 coin to increase the result.
Okay, well, that works with the narrative. So would it be based off one of my skills?
Yeah, you gotta roll an ability of some sort. I would say it's either sway or consort if you're out smoking and hanging out and you're trying to... What's that? You can use whatever you want.
I was gonna do tinker. not
Well, I don't
do
know
it,
how that
but
works.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna be a turd. Yeah, I got one. Can I do like the things to get extra dice with this, or?
I don't think you can when you're doing downtime activities.
Well, I might as well go with that.
Yeah, it's just you can pay coin to adjust the outcome of things when you're in downtime activities.
I don't want
All right, so then
not for this week.
look at that. Tier
Wow.
+1. So you managed to find
So this dude
a
is
tier.
better than he looks.
Yeah,
He really is actually the one. This is the one time someone actually was a down on their luck doctor.
He's no 8 years of college doctor, but he was probably a butcher at one point and figured out that he could, as well as cut someone up, patch a wound pretty quick, and he likes to dabble in the alchemical. But he walks around in a tattered up white lab coat that he pulled off someone that he was working on.
Sick. Sweet. So now we got a doctor friend.
His name is Odirius. You got a doctor. He is in Night Market. Just at his office. What's your next one?
Did it freeze?
No. I was so set on Pete and the other thing. I don't know. So
You took damage, didn't you? You should recover.
I thought James said it's negligible now.
No damage.
Yeah.
Well, could you just train? Why not?
I felt selfish because I'm the last one.
So what?
That's just how it works. You might not be the last one next time. You just happened to be the last one on the list, and that's how I did it.
So I got all my thingies filled on prowess. That mean I get to add a pip on my
Heck yeah, it
prowess?
does.
Okay, so then I'm gonna train my No wait, so it resets my prowess? I'll train my I'll go all in on prowess. I'm gonna train some prowess. Not too.
Ooh, sneaky,
I
sneaky.
wasn't sneaky enough last time. I was embarrassed. I'm fucking.
See this weird little penguin like sneaking with his coat over his head around the
No,
buildings and
that was
hiding
my
behind
blip
corners?
from the mission. I'm gonna train prowess just in general. I was picturing like a montage. So doing the sneaky, and then also me like practicing pocketing, but I'm about it because I have no pips. Just like my mates randomly like slapping my hand away basically, and then Kermit, I kind of like think about wrestling with my mates, and Wreck I just bombs.
All right. While you go to Travin's to hang out with Lil Leo at some point. This downtime, we'll say, takes over the course of a handful of days while you guys recover and all the word of your exploits gets out and you guys try to cover it up. But while you guys are at Travin's, your buddy Cortland, he's the leader of the Lost. They're this gang of
The Lost
what
Boys?
used to be thugs and criminals who are now trying to atone for their sins by, knocking off evil men and Coleridge foreman workers and stuff. And he walks up to you and he's like, Duck, Lilio, I got something I need to talk to you boys about in private, maybe.
Just talk to us in private.
Yeah, give him a little glance like, Score.
So, me and the boys, we've been roughing up the workmen and breaking up their buildings and, making their lives miserable, trying to run them out of Coleridge because they're working us to the bone. Well, we came onto something a little bit worse. I don't know if you guys are interested in making a little money, but it's a little out of our league. We're just good at roughing boys up, just a bunch of thugs mostly.
Well, that's why we like you. Now,
Don't be so hard on yourself. I heard you at the open mic night weeks ago. Got a beautiful voice.
Yes. There's an artist in there, too. You need to embrace it.
Flattery will only get you so far, boys, but if you're interested, I'll let you know.
Oh, I were
Right.
interested.
Well, what's your proposal?
Anyway,
Well, there's a consortium of wealthy industrialists who, in the last couple months, have taken the time to light up an old Leviathan refinery. I'm sure, as you guys know, incredibly toxic. No good. No good comes from it.
yes, that's what I
Well,
was thinking.
It appears that somehow they've modified the equipment to make it less toxic, but the area and the neighborhood's still feeling the fallout from it. Random rashes of illness. A couple people have keeled over for no good reason.
Ugh.
Deformations and newborns, that kind of thing. It's nothing like what's happened over in Scotland, but we're getting a little taste of it back at home again.
Ugh. Terrible, terrible. So, tell me, how do we profit off this?
Well,
Do we refine it? Can we
I-
smoke it?
yeah, there's plenty of equipment in there. I don't know if you make it out with any, but I just want you to burn that place to the ground, blow it up, do whatever you can. I want to make sure that they never refine another drop in this city.
I don't know if I can handle the moral fact. I'm in.
Well,
The boys and I have we've been gathering the money we've pulled from these little social excursions we've been making with these foremen around town. We've gathered a good amount of coin, and we'd be more than happy to pay you to strike a real blow against these imperial scumbags trying to knock Coleridge down even further into the dirt.
How much coin?
well, if any
I,
person in this city could do it, it would be my friend Chucky here. If you don't mind, though, I'd like to discuss this with my crew.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking,
Is that all right with you,
Thinking-
Chuck?
What's the price first?
I was actually just
How
gonna
many
ask if
coin?
we could step sidebar.
We'll send a
Speaking with
messenger
the
pigeon.
entire crew.
we got a
Yeah.
small treasury. I know that Cricket's not here right now, but we got a small treasury filled with about 8 coin, and we'd be willing to give you every slug out of there is yours to have. And
Damn coin, you hear
and I know that
Oh boy.
I know that you're
coin.
pretty into tinkering. There's probably some good gear you might be able to pull out there as well for your little spark racket you got running. I'm not going to stop you guys. I just need this out of my district right now.
Well, 8 coin.
Shh, play it cool.
You-
We'll be in touch.
Do you think maybe we'd be able, if we were to take on the job, maybe take some up front for costs for the mission?
Yeah, thought you might ask something like that. And he takes like 2 sacks that are tied on his side that you might have heard jingling a little bit, and he unties them and is just like, here's 2 to get you started. I know that there's costs for these kind of things if you need to get goods.
Sounds good. And 6 when it finishes.
His eyes wide.
And 6 when it's completely exploded. What if we could only cause partial damage to the machinery? Is there any partial credit?
If the factory doesn't stop running, you got nothing.
You'll owe us with interest.
Definitely, yeah, we'll definitely need that coin back so we can restart our efforts.
Well, I will either bring the coin back with an offer, with a refusal, or we'll get in contact with our next plan.
Very well. Let me know what you guys figure out.
All right, Chuck, let's get the fuck out of here.
While you guys are having that conversation one day, Cricket,
I'm leaving.
Koa, and Coil are back at
I'm with you, dude. I'm out of here.
Bless you.
back at Portly's. You guys are just having a little bit of spark, maybe having a couple drinks, and these guys wearing like how I described Neerix, but they're wearing like long trousers. They got these suspenders on, these dark button-up shirts. They're wearing these paperboy caps, and they seem to have like coal or dust smeared on their face. When they walk in, you recognize these guys as Lamp Blacks, the crew that you guys are nearby in Night Market. You're kind of stepping on their toes.
All right, I'm sitting in Portly's right now. Actually,
I pulled everyone in here, so but
Talk shit.
you
They-
guys are up on top.
No.
This is always so bright. Why do you always make me come here?
I guess all you guys can be here for this before you guys talk about
Like a dingy one.
So the lamplighters, what are they called again?
I kind of like this
Black.
place. Feels like home.
Like everything.
Yeah.
the Lamp Blacks. But two guys walk in there, like I described, wearing the paperboy caps and whatnot. They got stuffs,
Pickett and Henner?
dust on their face. Yep, and they
These
walk
little
up.
guys.
They walk up to Koa and Coil, and they're like, "Hey, yous! Hey, quit walking away from me! I'm talking to you.
What?
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 Don't just
I'm,
ignore us.
I'm
I know
like,
we're tiny. I don't care."
I'm gonna do the bit where I'm like, I put my hand up and I look around. I'm like, oh, who said that?
Boss
Oh.
has some words for you, but he sends them through us. Okay?
What's he got?
Well, he was pretty pissed at you guys for coming in here and selling your electrogasm. Selling that around here. Well,
Yeah,
you know,
everyone loves it.
Well, in our
Can't
defense,
help
we
it.
haven't sold a whole lot.
Who the fuck
Shut
are
up.
you coming in our establishment? Who the fuck is this little fucker?
listen here. Tall man. Whatever your name is, I don't even care. That's what Pickett says. He walks up to you. You. Hey. Talking to you.
You better watch your fucking tone. You're in our building. You spoke when spoken to. Now I'm going to go get a drink, and I'm going to brush right through.
And just walk past him. And he keeps following. He's like, "Boss is a proposition for you. You gonna listen or what?
What's
Yes.
the proposition?
Please.
Just want to keep ignoring me? That's fine. We got a sweet deal for you."
You have
What is
four,
it?
you have 4 people standing here waiting for you to tell you.
He was mad at little Leo for brushing him off. He's
Alright.
Don't worry, it's just his little man syndrome.
Ignore him. He's a
Yeah,
bit
exactly.
of a cunt.
He's
I
just
can't
mad.
decide which place is powerful to sit. I think
boss says
Give me
that he doesn't want to use the word grateful, but he feels a little indebted to you guys for what you did. You really opened up a killing blow for us.
Yeah, we sure did a number of those red sashes, didn't we?
And for that
that was
he
my
thanks
plan
you.
all along.
Given the volatile nature of what's going on between our two groups, they've been talking mad shit about us, really, and Basho doesn't much care for it. But listen, we want you guys to take them down for us. They're coming into Night Market with their fancy Aruvian goods, They're fancy artifacts, and they're selling spark. Nothing that we can keep up with. We don't deal in that high-end Eruvian shit. If you guys take them out of night market, open us up a chance to strike a killing blow on them. Bajo says he'll give you his turf here. No harm, no foul. We'll happily move back to Crow's Foot, take it over. No biggie.
Oh,
Okay. I like the sounds of that.
Yeah.
oh, yeah, that sounds spicy.
Give us a day to talk it over. We'll send our people to meet with your people.
Yeah, sure, whatever. Just make the right choice, because, you know, we know that you made enemies. We've heard your name all over the streets.
Oh,
Well-
sorry about that. My approach at the beginning. I thought that you were combative, so I was a little defensive.
They don't use the middle finger in Duskfall. He just like gives you like the triple X move, or not the triple X,
Or like, or the chin.
suck it.
That makes sense.
And then he just magically disappears. Boop.
Oh no.
And then this guy gives you a scowl and also walks out.
With the suck it sign, he disappears
Don't.
in thin air.
All right. So, let's head back to the private room with the hookah. Oh shit, there's a lady.
Yeah, she goes away.
All right, boys. Meeting time.
Back up to the private room.
Chucky, you might as well tell him what we heard.
So, guys. What?
Leo, you coming?
So, guys.
Yeah, move your guy. Your
Oh.
dude ain't with
I
us.
need to.
All I see is the black pit of despair here.
Oh, he's having problems again.
Can't get
That explains a lot.
I'll be right back. You guys talk this over. I'm gonna get myself a drink.
Anyway, guys. We
Hit the
don't need
refresh
Neo
button, it'll
here.
fix it.
Yep.
It seems.
Yeah, we should cut him out.
It seems.
We're upstairs.
There's been an opportunity brought to our
Cut out of the
hands.
What?
We've been offered a grand sum and, because of Leo, forwarded 2 coins, so I would guess we actually are slightly obligated now to do a job already. A
We can
score.
always send it back if the turf is more interesting.
Yes, do you want to send
Well-
back 2 coins?
Whoa,
That's
whoa,
more than
whoa,
we'll
whoa.
make ever.
What's the job?
To blow up a factory that's in to a place. I didn't remember the details. The details are Leo's job. My job is to make sure it blows up. And then 8 goddamn coins.
We get
8
coins.
more?
6 total.
6
Six
more?
total?
6 more. We have 2.
So confused.
6 more.
Again, it's not about the details. It's about the core.
Well, it's all about the details. What are you talking about?
8 total. 6 extra after the 2. Yeah. Sorry,
So
I'm
we
an
got-
idiot.
We got 2 up front,
So
and we're getting
getting
6
like
on completion.
Six
Is that what I'm
total.
getting?
No, you fail edition.
I'm sorry, I'm stupid.
It's
So
okay, we
funny.
forgive you. So anyway, we're getting
We gotta
36
advance him too. We get
goddamn
8 more.
coins.
That gives us 6 total.
Yes, exactly. I'm glad someone gets it.
Well, what's the mission?
That was the mission.
It would be
Yeah.
nice.
Gotta blow up.
You didn't say what the mission was.
Gotta blow up a
the
factory.
mission is to blow up a
Oh.
blow
and
up
make
a
sure they don't ever.
Leviathan
Oh yeah.
juice factory.
Yeah, we can steal a bunch of shit from them too.
Whose factory is it?
We're not even sure.
It's a foreign power. They're moving in
Yeah.
with lots of money.
That Eruvian shit? Wait, no, that's the last one.
That was the other one. But these guys, they've got a lot of Leviathan shit that they're refining, not for drugs, which I know it's fucked
A
up.
bunch of gangs have pitched into for this pod, so
They're also poisoning neighborhoods, if that matters to any of you. does not to me.
No.
8
We
I mean-
points.
No, I kind of respect
Unless-
the
But the other issue,
profit margin.
the other issue. Oh, that free turf sounds really.
What's the other issue?
I know.
Well,
Other
there's nothing
job.
saying we can't do both.
All right.
Yeah.
That sounds.
Which one's first?
Great. You know what that sounds? It sounds daring.
You know what we should do?
That
We
sounds
should
like
lure the red sash.
the
We should
dead
lure the red
goats.
sash into the factory and then blow it up.
Oh my god.
It's genius.
I mean, can't get any better than that, right?
That's just.
Then we can
daring.
blame it on the red
Just-
sash.
Yes, and then we can frame the red sash for the explosion. No, that's even better. We don't have to lure the red sash. So we just plant evidence that makes it look like the red sash did it.
Oh, we could do that, yeah.
You getting rid of a red sash?
Yeah,
And
yeah. We gotta
kill
make it
all the
so
red
the
sash.
black
That plan makes sense now.
the lamp blacks can do a killing blow on them. So if we frame them for this,
Yeah.
it'll weaken them even more and allow the lamp blacks to take over their area.
Even easier.
Yes,
Yeah, let's blow up the factory and make it look like the
the red sashes did it.
Yeah, those guys did it.
that's a idea. Who wants to have a hit of spark to celebrate our
You know,
decision?
it's been a while.
Me too.
In sake of celebration, I'm in. Do we smoke it out of this big contraption
yeah.
on the desk?
Oh yes, let me load it up here.
There's like a little like tube that pops up like
He's
on a
got the
bubbler or
he's got
something.
yeah, he's got the little bubble thing you just put in the bottom.
And you light it, and this little rock just drops down into the bottom canister and starts glowing, and then someone on the far side
Oh.
pushes a button and it sucks steam up this tube and then drops it down on that little potion on the table, and you just get a super heavy hit of sparks.
Let's go.
All right, who's next?
Me, I've been waiting. God damn it. Start.
Fuck you, you find out, bitch. I hated
Just starts
it.
reading the paper. All right, so, you guys, how do you guys want to go about this? I was not a.
It's mine now,
This
bitch.
always happens. Every
Hey, who-
single meeting.
All right, so yes, we
You
got to
want
figure
it?
out how we're
Get it. Ugh.
how we gonna. So how do we frame the red sash? What are they known for? Like, what identifies them?
They are an Iruvian sword school. They have like a actual like campus where they teach sword arts to other Iruvians, but they also double as like they dip into gang related activities. A lot of them are actually backed by like wealthy Iruvian, industrialists and things like that. Like a lot of them have wealthy parents or are wealthy individuals themselves.
Yeah, if
You
you
just kind of do it for fun.
The wiki says if you kill them, you get mad family. You get powerful families mad at you.
Well, that's why we frame it.
Yeah, we
So,
wanna blow
need
up the
to-
factory, but frame the
We need to
red
get
sashes
some-
for it.
Well, remember that one young heir to the Aruvian, that one Aruvian dynasty? He's been all wild and out in the news lately. Right, guys?
What about him?
Shit.
Who?
I think
You come up
we got to
with
figure out
a
how
name.
we're
I can't remember the guy's backstory.
Gerard.
Yeah, Gerard. I don't know. He just sucks. I was hoping
Okay.
maybe there was something. Like,
But we need to find a way to make it look like it was them that did it. I don't care about them as people. We need to find something we can plant at the scene, and maybe write some notes or
They're
threats.
dead bodies.
Yeah, like
Yes.
maybe we need to
Their
lure a
funeral
couple in there
recently.
and then kill them inside, and then
Well,
blow up the
you know what?
place.
We shouldn't. We don't need to
There
kill anyone.
there was 3 recently deceased individuals.
They were
But we
carried
don't-
away by
Grave
those
robbing.
gold people.
Spirit Warden nabbed him.
Yeah,
but
that-
I thought
that's
originally
normal.
you guys said you were going to lure a bunch of them there and then
Yeah.
blow it up.
Yeah,
That's one of the
that's
tasks. I think we just need to lure some of them there,
That
like,
was a good
Yeah.
idea.
and then,
I like that.
but we should have some bombs planted ahead of time, and then we will run out and blow it up while they're in it, and make it look
Yeah.
like they were the ones that did it, and something went wrong.
a red sash. We'll hang it up by the explosion.
So we
We'll
need
have-
somebody to anonymously tip them that something's going on there, so they show up unwittingly.
Yeah, and then we'll have like a bomb crew doing the bombs, and another crew to like
Yeah.
antagonize them and lure them in. You know?
We
And
can
I'll
make
have to
them
get a
think
job
they're
on
gonna
the
ambush.
factory
You know.
floor in order to plant the bombs.
Yeah. Let's make
Alright.
them think they're gonna ambush us, but really, we're gonna.
Or do we
ambush
even make?
them.
Does it even have to be us involved in any way? Because if our name's tied to it, it could come back to us. We need to make this seem somewhere not coming from us.
No. So me, maybe someone else, gotta get jobs at the factory on the floor. We gotta supplant the idea that redcoats are mad, and then we also gotta plant bombs for later. That's the first part. I don't know what the. Maybe you guys convince the redcoats to show up there for.
The big question is, how do we get red sashes in the building without them knowing we're involved?
Maybe we should get some more details about the building or investigate it first.
We gotta get.
Sounds like a gather information roll, little Leo. What do you want to do?
Yeah. We need to gather information on the red sashes and the building.
Okay, I think before we quit tonight, each person will do one gather information roll, and that'll be all the information you gather prior to this heist or score that you guys are planning. Next session we'll start with the engagement roll and go straight into the heist from there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Lil Leo, what do you want to do? It sounded like you wanted to maybe study the building and its.
I'm going to actually try to switch gears and try to figure out how. Try to learn what the red sashes are up to and let them do more of the building schematics for the factory.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do what, like, just general knowledge about the red sashes and what they're up to and how to try to trick them.
I can give you limited general knowledge, just that you'd know about them, that they've started dealing the spark. They don't have much anymore. You've heard in the last few days that their supply is pretty low in night market, but they were dealing spark and then a lot of Irubian artifacts and a little bit of non-legal arcane things have been slipping through. In order to get anything more than that, you'll have to do some sort of roll.
Okay, what can I study?
Sure. You want to study like their locations and things like that, and
Yeah.
their.
Oh, that sucks.
I think with that roll, you've kind of scoped out all the places they're selling out of. You might not know what they're selling out of, but you know when and where they're at for the most part.
All right.
There's just a few stalls they have set up around town because their numbers are kind of dwindled. They're down to like 12 total people that are into the illegal side of things, including their leader who doesn't get mixed up in dealing drugs and that kind of stuff. That's not her bag. So you've seen 3 or 4 of them out and about selling different things between artifacts, little bags of spark, that kind of stuff, little vials, slipping them around. You've learned their names and their whereabouts from time to time. You might be able to draw them there in some way, shape, or form in the future. Who wants to go next?
I'll survey the place, the factory, and look for like the daily routines, any way to possibly get somebody in his job, and any reason or way that like we could draw the red sashes there, like something why they'd want to go there.
All right. What are you going to use for that?
Survey.
Okay.
I'm not gonna push myself. Shit. All right. All right, that's not bad.
Yeah, with that, you survey the area. You know that a lot of employees work there for about 3/4 the day, and those would be like city dwellers, common folk. Uh, there's about a 3-4 hour window at night. It's always dark in the city for the most part, but like when the night hours would be, when it's the darkest, that the factory doesn't operate for a time. Um, you've also, like, surveying the area, you've seen what appear to be scientists coming and going, like higher up, and based on their attire, they appear to be Sparkrites. Um, the Sparkrites are the scientists that work primarily on sparkcraft in the cities. They help build the lightning walls. They help advance all the new technology, lighting the entire city. They are, they take the refined Leviathan blood and turn it into the tools and implements that run the Imperium, essentially. So the industrialists, at least part of the consortium, you found out that are operating this is the Sparkrites themselves. So they're taking this refined Leviathan blood and doing something with it. Especially so refined because they said it's less toxic the way they're doing it, but it's still having effects on the cities. If it was as toxic as it normally is, Coleridge would probably be entirely under and lots of people would be sick.
Jeez.
So we got 2 out of the way. You've figured out, without going inside, you figured out the timing of the place, people that come and go, or at least one group. You know that the employees are there 3/4 the day, a little more, and that Sparkrites go in and out on occasion. Who wants to go next?
I'll go. I'll also survey, but I'm gonna survey like the building itself, like the factory, like see if there's maybe an easier way in or like where like weak points might be if we want to like blow it up. Maybe I'll like sneak into a nearby apartment complex and try and get to a high floor and like look through windows of the factory or something, or like some sort of other building nearby, try and get up high on it.
Sounds good. I like it.
Survey 5.
All right. You scope out there's a few pretty obvious main entrances into it.
Mm-hmm.
You've noticed, so in the canals of the city, sometimes there's like almost like these like archways that go underneath the city, and you've noticed Sparkrites and boats coming out from underneath the area that this Leviathan factory is, like out into the canals. So Coyle told you that there's been Sparkrites in and out, and you're thinking maybe there's some sort of secret canal entrance that leads into this factory. Or maybe it's not even that much of a secret, it's just an easy way for them to take the refined Leviathan blood out when people aren't paying attention. Because this place shouldn't be operational.
Interesting.
And you also see that you could get in through like the rooftop. There's, those like angled windows up there and such that if you were to get onto the rooftop, you could go in through the ceiling, but it's a large factory as well, so who knows what's on the other side.
Okay. That's pretty neat.
Okay, I want to hunt the guards and figure out when they're gonna move and where they're gonna be, so we can time, like the best way to go in and sneak around when there aren't people looking.
All right.
Like when
That
there's a shift
sounds-
change or something.
Sounds like a perfect use of the skill. You just kind of stalk around in the shadows from the distance and like stalk them like prey. I would say that's hunting.
Controlled standard.
Yep. Snake
Snake eyes.
Oof.
The day you're doing it, you sit back, you have your spark, and you just sit and you're just kind of going at it. You get lit up and jolted up and you're like ready to go. You're really watching. You watch the guards for a while, an hour, 2 hours, they don't move. And the next thing you know, you wake up and it's like 8, 9 hours later and you've missed a lot of time and you didn't get much of any information other than that during the day there's people in and out constantly.
Sweet.
Chucky?
One of my prowess.
You
We
guys
still
don't
haven't.
You guys don't have bombs.
We don't have bombs yet.
Oh.
That'd probably help, yeah.
Sounds like a tinker to me.
Lots of
I'm gonna say that
structural.
we'll see what your roll does, but success. I'm gonna say to get you had a lot of components, but you're missing some stuff. You're almost there. To get one completed bomb, it'll cost 1 coin. To get multiple, it'll cost 2. To cause like what you think would be enough structural damage to the place, you'll probably need 3 coin worth of extra material to knock the whole factory down.
So we have that, right?
I think
We
you
got the 2 up
guys.
front and had 1 at least.
I think you guys had 4 coin
Oh,
total.
so it wouldn't even be all our money. Worth it. I vote for buying bombs.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm down.
Because after we're done, we'll get 6 more. Plus whatever the lamp blacks give us. Or do for us. We get a whole territory, basically. We get the night.
You guys are combo scoring.
Yeah. Pretty daring, huh?
Let's make this
Pretty
bomb.
daring. So you make 3 bombs, and based on the size and the height of the building, without having a inside layout at the moment, there's always time for flashbacks and things when we get to the score. You think you have enough explosives to do it. You guys now know that
Are we risking double the heat?
That's what makes it daring.
Oh yeah, I was just wondering.
I mean, that's no.
I haven't.
I mean,
I haven't.
the
thought
long
about
goal
it
is
that
not
far.
to come back on us at all, so.
Yeah, I haven't thought about it that far, but if you execute this properly, no, I'm not going to run double heat or anything because you're containing this all within one neat package, hopefully.
Yeah, our whole
Provided all
goal
things
is
go
to
well.
do this mission and then blame it on the red sashes, so it shouldn't come back
Yeah.
on us at
Yeah,
all.
so it's gonna be no heat.
It's gonna
Right.
be perfect. I get you.
Perfect. Everybody wins. Everybody wins twice.
Us.
We win
Eight
twice.
coin.
They lose.
Everybody
you-
who's somebody.
So that was downtime. I think once again that'll get a little faster when we get through it. But I'm gonna guess that kind of the 2 hours is gonna be like downtime, free time, score kind of deal each session. So it'll be like one is you guys role playing the downtime and what happens because of your actions, and the next session will be a score, basically. That's
Yeah.
how I see it. But maybe you guys will get faster, and we'll figure out ways to do it.
I mean, I don't feel like there's a whole lot of wasted time, so
No, it's all you guys all have been doing stuff and role playing and figuring things out. Soon enough, you'll have all the spark in the city.
Hell yeah.
the city will
Yeah.
be ours.
All right, boys. It was fun.
Right.
Yeah.
It's been good.
Later.
GG's,
Later.
fellas.
Later, everybody. Good fun.
Thanks for being here again next time. Same place.